Did you know solo leveling author just dropped Igris' backstory? Here is the story before becoming a shadow soldier. Ignis was human. His godlike swordsmanship brought him wealth, honor, and popularity, but he considered them nothing more than annoying accessories. Ignis wanted to achieve more. Although he already possessed skills that no one could match, he simply believed that somewhere there was an opponent who would bring him more excitement and thrill than he had ever felt in this life. This drove him to do his best, no matter the battlefield. He aimed to climb higher. His wish would be fulfilled someday. He was sure of it. As his number of victories grew and his achievements soared, his situation didn't change much. Despite his unusually rapid success, his final position was only that of a low-ranking knight. This was partly because of his background and partly because of the jealous nobles around him. But for him, his position as a knight was just a means to an end. The more he saw the battlefield, the faster he would reach his goal. He stood his ground and carried out his duties while withstanding the exhausting barrage of backhanded compliments from the nobles. The nobles who praised his performance in the early stages of the war sensed a shift. The people who looked at Ignis with respect now looked at the nobles with a mocking gaze after all. They could even hold the enemy armies at bay. And it wasn't just a change in the views of the people. The king had begun to trust Ignis more than anyone else and followed him through his mission. The nobles felt threatened. They began to wring their hands and wonder, how long before all the benefits we've enjoyed are stolen by Ignis? They came to an agreement. Ignis must be killed. The plot that shaped Ignis's fate was carried out on the battlefield. Ignis's soldiers were surrounded not by enemy troops, but by their former allies, wrongfully accused of treason. Of course, with Ignis's skills, dealing with the nobles' soldiers wouldn't have been difficult. But he hesitated to defend himself. His brothers, his wife, and his children had been taken by the nobility. Their lives depended on his choice. Once more, his desire to face an even greater challenge arose. He had to make a decision. He turned and saw his child. They looked just like him. They reached for him, and in their eyes he saw himself, ruined beyond the point of no return. The passionate knight who once pursued his honorable goal was no longer there. All that remained was a man in blood-stained armor, grinning like a ghost.